ఒక చేతిలో డిగ్రీ, ఒక చేతిలో ఉద్యోగం. వెరీ డిఫికల్ట్ బీయింగ్ ఫౌండర్స్ డాటర్. ఏ జన్మ మనమే తప్పు.
అసలు మ్యామ్ నేను తగ్గేదే లేదు, అట్లా ఇస్తాను ఆన్సర్స్ అన్నట్లున్నారు.
అంత చాయిస్ మాకు లేదులే.
ఆ ఈవెంట్స్ మీకు ఎప్పుడైనా ఒక డాన్స్లో కానీ సింగింగ్లో కానీ పార్టిసిపేట్ చేయాలనిపించిందా, లేదా మీ చైర్పర్సన్ మోడ్ అనేది యాక్టివ్ అయిపోదా?
వెరీ ఆనెస్ట్ క్వశ్చన్. 75% కూడా మీరు క్లాస్కి రాలేదు, ఇంకేముంది అక్కడ? మీరింగ్ స్కేర్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ క్వశ్చన్. కొడుకు లేదు ఇంట్లో, కూతురు లేదు, ఎవరు చూసుకుంటారు? అండ్ దాట్ ఈస్ అ ట్రిగర్ ఫర్ మీ. ఏం కూతురు చూసుకోరా? అండ్ దెన్ మై మామ్ యాక్చువల్లీ ఫెల్ వెరీ ఇల్. డ్రగ్స్ real damaging. That Vel Tech did a real difference to student community. That's how we started a charity school with just 6 students that time. And then after that, the growth, all of you know. Single reason for joining Vel Tech should be that you can build your career here.
We first time experiencing this version of CMT, ma'am. So we are looking forward to
This version of...
Yes, ma'am.
అయ్య బాబా, ఇక్కడ నన్ను క్యాచ్ చేసి ఈ చేంజ్ కిక్ కొట్టి తిప్పి మీరు అక్కడ వెళ్ళింది వీసీకి మేడం డీకోడేషన్ చేంజ్ చేయదు మా.
ఇది జస్ట్ బిట్వీన్ us. Just between us. Hi, hello, namaste, vanakkam. Welcome back to the another episode of Just Between Us, which means next few hours attendance is not mandatory. The thing we need is honesty. So today is not just an other episode. Today is the conversation with a leader who carry forwards a vision, a legacy, and the responsibility of shaping thousands of students' life. She is the chairperson and management trustee of Vel Tech group of institutions. So please join me welcoming Mrs. Rangarajan Mahalakshmi Kishore, ma'am. Ma'am, thank you so much for being here with us today. It's pleasure to have you in Just Between Us. Ma'am, asalu Just Between Us ani oka town hall event మీరు మిమ్మల్ని అప్రోచ్ అయినప్పుడు how you felt? What was your reaction to it?
Anything is good as far as you can talk open-heartedly. So if this is going to be an open-hearted question, and if it's two ways, so I'm also going to ask questions.
Yes,
then
ma'am.
it is good.
Ma'am, are you ready for some unfiltered student questions?
Done.
Students, are you ready? Yes! The first question, guys. Yeah.
Hi ma'am, I am Sheshidhar. First of all, I am very happy to see you here ma'am. And my question is, if you are in a big stage and you have to chance to talk about your parents, what would you say about them?
Starting on a very emotional question. Anyway, I'll answer that for you. My dad is an epitome of simplicity. He is just a very, very simple soul. You can hardly find any quality in him, that has that, that extra, that whatever showcase or that, kind of a proud feeling. Nothing like that you can find. He behaves the same, whether it is the Prime Minister or whether it is, the top of the country or whether it is a normal a citizen of the country. I see him behave the same. That simplicity. And another thing of my dad is his daringness. My mom used to tell us that he works best in confusion. So his daringness during a confused moment and all time in life. And regarding my mom, very, very pure soul. She was an extremely pure soul. Like all my value system are from her. Very straightforward, very simple person. And always she wanted to do her one point for students was oka chetlo degree, oka chetlo udyogam. Simple, that's all. That is her.
Guys, ma'am అయితే ఫుల్గా షీఈస్ విత్ గుడ్ హానెస్ట్ ఆన్సర్స్. దెన్ మన సైడ్ నుంచి నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ గైస్. ఎస్.
Hello ma'am, my name is Bharat. First of all, you are looking very beautiful ma'am. Ma'am, What were the hard?
Hello, I worked hard to become this, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Appreciated, ma'am.
Ma'am, what were the hardest times when the college was first established?
Hardest times were like, uh, I hope, or I don't know whether you know, but I will answer one step before that. We are one organization which is completely non-political. Like our background is just us, and we are an educated family. Like your founder chancellor, he is an engineer, and then he went on to do double M Tech. So he is engineer, full, like that is his background. Started off from the scratch, like nothing. He just had nothing. And my mother is a doctor, a medical doctor. She's from Tirupati, my mother. Father is from Coimbatore. So they start off in a very, very zero stage, because we were into some industries before coming here. So the very thing is, we were the first people who are doing this all completely on an educational, all our strength was our education and our integrity. In a world which you know better than me how it is. So yeah, creating the required infrastructure, mobilizing the required finances, and matching to what we thought should be a real institution, to reach that value system. And from the scratch, every moment was difficult, but honestly, we enjoyed the moments.
Thank you, ma'am.
అసలు మ్యామ్ నేను తగ్గేదే లేదు, అట్లా ఇస్తాను ఆన్సర్స్ అన్నట్లున్నారు. హూ ఈస్ నెక్స్ట్ టు ఛాలెంజ్ మ్యామ్ గైస్? ఎస్.
హాయ్ మ్యామ్, ఐఎమ్ ప్రవీణ్. యాక్చువల్గా మీ చిన్నప్పటి మీరు ఒకవేళ ప్రజెంట్గా ఉన్న మిమ్మల్ని కలిస్తే వాట్ వుడ్ షీ ఆస్క్ ఫస్ట్? మీ కెరియర్ గురించి కానీ, మీ గ్రోత్ గురించి కానీ, మీ ఫ్యామిలీ గురించి కానీ ఏం చెప్తుంది?
నా చిన్నప్పుడు నేను, ఇప్పుడు నన్ను కలుస్తా? ఇప్పుడు కలిస్తేనా?
ఎస్.
డిఫికల్ట్ క్వశ్చన్.
యాక్చువల్గా మనం ఇప్పుడు మ్యామ్ని ఛాలెంజ్ చేసాం గైస్, వీఆర్ సక్సీడ్.
Actually, I'm very happy the way I am now. So maybe your question, ఒక 5 సంవత్సరాల ముందు మనం వెళ్ళామనుకో, నీ క్వశ్చన్ రెలవెంట్. ఒక 5 years బిఫోర్, మేబీ నా చిన్నప్పుడు నేను వచ్చి మీట్ అవుతే, షీ వుడ్ హావ్ ఆస్క్డ్, వేర్ ఇస్ దట్ స్మైల్ ఆన్ యువర్ ఫేస్? వేర్ ఆర్ యూ లాస్ట్? సో మేబీ నౌ ఐఎమ్ అ వెరీ హ్యాపీ పర్సన్. I have found peace with myself. So నా చిన్నప్పుడు నేను is very happy with the current version of me. Yes.
Next question, guys.
Hi ma'am, this is Saloni. Suppose in a crisis situation, you had to choose between protecting reputation and students' happiness. What will you choose and why?
Any day student happiness.
మేము మా ఉదయాలు తెలుసారు మన ఈ ఆన్సర్. హూ ఈజ్ అప్ టు ద నెక్స్ట్ క్వశ్చన్ గైస్?
Hi ma'am, I'm Uday. Growing up as the founder's daughter, how did that shape your personality?
Very, very difficult being founder's daughter. Because I think some whole staff also will agree, your founder chancellor is a discipliner. One tiger. People used to run away in the campus when they used to see him. Of course, so much of respect he commanded, but a person of discipline. I'll tell you one thing. Marks, okay? I used to study very well. So I used to get almost all subjects 100 on 100. One day, 199 on 100, I got in mathematics. What a parent will tell. Of course, now your parents don't have guts to tell like that to you, but our parents did to us. He told, I gave you 100 children. You are a doctor. I gave you 100 children in your hand. Will you tell one kid something happened? Every mark is a kid. Where is that one mark? So of course, because of that motivation, I did very well in academics, because I am an Anna University CEG student. So I did that by merit actually. So yes.
We are getting into the track, guys. Come on, the next question.
Hi ma'am, this is Vignesh. Do anonymous complaints reach your table?
Yes, they do.
What was the weirdest feedback you have listened?
Weirdest. Oh, I don't find anything weird. Most of the complaints which I have got were genuine. I have a view here, if it's just between us, that my students are very genuine in their complaints.
Ma'am, so are we on my day you are winning?
When I go back and get it verified, most of the time it's true.
Yes. Okay, guys. Next question.
హాయ్ మ్యామ్ ఐమ్ ఆశా. మీ ఎడ్యుకేషన్ జర్నీలో మీకు ఎప్పుడైనా ఈ సబ్జెక్ట్ నా సిలబస్లో ఎందుకుంది అని అనిపించేదా?
అంత చాయిస్ మాకు లేదులే.
చదువు చదువు.
Okay, guys. It's going so fun. Next question.
Hello ma'am, this is Pray. What inspired Rangarajan sir to stop college at the stage of his life?
That is a very, it's a nice question. Okay. Actually, we were into, from where he started, like the ground start, from there initially my parents had a spare parts business, automobile spare parts. So that was our very beginning. So I was literally in my mom's stomach that is starting. Then he went on into industries. We had a rubber factory where we used to manufacture pre-coated rubbers, PCTR it's called, along with Dunlop. So for them we used to manufacture. Then we went into some power business. We were in Delhi for some time. And then my mom actually fell very ill. She had this issue called CSF, that's called cerebrospinal fluid, which used to leak through the nose. And the only thing, that solution they told was a surgery, which has got a very, very, a very less success rate. Just dad, mom, and we were 3 girls at home, 3 daughters. And that moment, my mother's mother, like my grandmother, was a devotee of Puttaparthi Sat Sai Baba. So my grandmother, though we were not devotees, so my grandmother said, you have anyway explored everything, just explore this also. So then my dad connected there, and Swami that time gave us, he told my dad to take one injection to give my mom. Injection not related to her, anyway related to actually her medical issue. But in that injection, she got a very big reaction. In that reaction, this liquid flow stopped. Then my dad called Baba and said, what did you do? I would have lost my wife, because he had to literally run on the road without slippers to the Child Trust Hospital, which was some few kilometers away, and get the antidote. And it was literally like a life-saving moment that time. So, but what Baba told, reaction lo action undi. And in that actually she got cured, which is a medical miracle. Like no doctor could explain it. Going forward in that, Satya Sai Baba told my dad, he also showed this location. He said, you go into education, you start something. And that was in the early 1980s, when my dad said, this is, no way we know about it. But then he went to Swami, said, you start a school. That's how we started a charity school with just 6 students that time. And then after that, the growth, all of you know.
That's very inspiring, ma'am.
Nice smiling faces. This is how you be all life. Come what may, come what goes. That smile on all your faces, retain. Yes, dear.
Yes, ma'am. Guys, who is up for the next question?
హాయ్ మ్యామ్, మైసెల్ఫ్ సుజీత్. మ్యామ్, మన కాలేజ్లో ఎన్నో కల్చరల్ ఫెస్ట్ ఈవెంట్స్ జరుగుతాయి కదా, ఆ ఈవెంట్స్ మీకు ఎప్పుడైనా ఒక డ్యాన్స్లో కానీ సింగింగ్లో కానీ పార్టిసిపేట్ చేయాలనిపించిందా, లేదా మీ చైర్పర్సన్ మోడ్ అనేది యాక్టివ్ అయ్యేవారు?
Very honest question. You want honest answer?
Yes, sir. Yes.
You torture us in Lavas. Because so much activities happening. Was it? You say it wasn't a friends forum of mine. I would have been a different person. But yeah, here we are forced to be the chairperson mode.
మ్యామ్, ఒక డాన్స్ అయితే ఈసారి లవాజాక్ మేము ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తాం మ్యామ్.
VC tick, Pro VC tick, You're dick, which is Karthik, and you come to me.
Ma'am. Okay, guys. Next question.
Hi, ma'am. I am Kuryu. Ma'am, what is one leadership quality you adapted from your parents?
Simplicity. I have very, very simple thought process. What is leadership? What is our current agenda here? Your career. Correct? Yes. For that, your parents trust. Yes. So, your career is important. So, the leadership quality is just be simple and straightforward in your thinking. So, literally any meeting which I hold with all your officials, the first question I ask them is this: what do you do for the career of the student? That's so simple. So, simplicity is what my parents taught me, and I'm happy being like that. I think I fairly well passed it on to my daughters also.
Yes. Yes. Okay, guys. Be joshed up. Who is next?
Hi ma'am, I am Pratyush. What is the rule, unintentionally of course, damages a student's mental health?
Who will be responsible for it, or who should we approach in crisis?
First of all, your mental health should not be dependent on one rule. Our mental health is just us. College is a very good phase of life, but again, just a passing phase. The school rule, will it damage your mental health? Or college rule? Or tomorrow you will go into a company. Will you say that rule damaged my mental health? Mental health word is used so easily by the current generation. So I think first, your mental health should keep there. At the same time, if you find some rule is disturbing, you should approach your immediate higher authority, and in case you feel you're not getting a proper thing, you should go up the hierarchy. And still if you don't feel there's use.
Yes. Ma'am is supporting us, guys.
Oh God, how come you are your assistant director?
Yes, ma'am. Very friendly and we can go at any time.
I know that.
Okay, guys. Next question.
Hi ma'am, I'm Varun. Ma'am, how was your younger life? As you are in a childhood, మీరు ఇంట్రోవర్ట్గా ఉన్నారా లేదా ఆడుతూ పాడుతూ ఎక్స్ట్రోవర్ట్గా ఉండేవాళ్ళు?
చాలా ఎక్స్ట్రోవర్ట్. ఇప్పుడు కనపడడం లేదా? I was an extrovert. My dad told, of course, study, of course, that was a priority. But he never stopped from any kind of extracurricular. We used to have birthday parties. All my friends in school used to come. He used to let me go for birthday parties. I'm not a very cultural person. No singing, no dance, all that is not me. But otherwise, good. Had a very, very good, memorable childhood.
Ma'am, we saw you doing fashion walk in one Lavaza, ma'am. What do you want to share about it? What was the family environment about that? After that fashion walk?
Nobody really objected to anything like that.
You have did one fashion walk.
I know. Yes. But none in the family objected to my
Objected, man. What was their excitement reaction seeing you in that version?
I think you should ask them the best.
Okay.
But one thing, you kids were very excited.
Yes.
The kinds of eye roller, it was a very random moment, completely not planned. I just go on the stage as usual for a guest, and suddenly they tell me you walk. And right on the stage, caught in a moment, they say walk. So fine, I just walked. But that caught with the kids a lot actually.
Ma'am, I think we want to get that version of ma'am means we have to plan things suddenly. Scripted it won't work, I think. Okay, guys. Next question.
Hello, ma'am. I'm Divya. Imagine it's 2050 year. Was it 50? న్యూస్ పేపర్లో వెల్ టెక్ యూనివర్సిటీ గురించి వస్తే ఎలాంటి హెడ్లైన్ రావడండి?
Oh, that's nice. At any point of time, I would like a headline that Vel Tech did a real difference to student community. At any point.
ఓకే మ్యామ్, దీన్ని ఇంకా కొంచెం జోష్ తీసుకెళ్ళడానికి మా దగ్గర ఒక చిన్న గేమ్ ఉంది మ్యామ్. ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ పాస్ అండ్ చేంజ్. పాస్ అంటే నేను ఒక రూల్ చెప్పినప్పుడు అది అలాగే ఉండాలి అంటే యూ సే పాస్, ఆర్ ఐ థింక్ ఇట్ షుడ్ చేంజ్ అంటే చేంజ్.
అయ్య బాబా, ఇక్కడ నన్ను క్యాచ్ చేసి ఈ చేంజ్ కిక్ కొట్టి తిప్పి మీరు అక్కడ వెళ్ళింది వీసీకి మేడం టిక్ కొట్టేసి చేంజ్
ఏదమ్మా, ఇది జస్ట్ బిట్వీన్ అస్.
జస్ట్ బిట్వీన్ అస్.
Then done. So the first one is 8 a.m. classes.
You're asking the CMT me or the Mahalakshmi me?
Both versions.
Pass ante accept cheyali.
No, pass means the rule should be there. Change until you have to change the rule. You are thinking of changing.
Oh my God, what is the class time? I thought it's 8:30 or 8. Somebody
7:45 also, ma'am.
Half that little change, can I tell?
What change, ma'am?
7:45.
Yes, ma'am.
Change.
Next, 75.
You are going to have the administration run behind me, no?
Ma'am, 75% attendance rule.
75%. Pass. 75% nur meer class ki raane se ninke ulda kada.
Okay. Fest nights ending early.
What?
Fest nights ending early.
What is your early?
11 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
11 at least.
Okay, 11 at least. Okay, ma'am. Students feeling nervous to approach management.
See, that is okay. No, that's not a pass or a change question. You're asking answer there.
Yes, some students feedback, maybe they will be nervous to reach the management. So if this as a rule, you want to change it or you have to keep it as?
You're saying should students feel nervous to approach the management?
Yes or no?
No.
Yes, then come on guys. We have the cast going. But next, lab practicals more important than actual practical learning. Lab records are more important than practical learning.
It's a pure academic question, I just can't say a pass or change here.
Ma'am, at least lab records, practical learning.
Practical learning any day is required, but I don't know how far your lab records are an outcome of your practical learning. So I just can't say, change, don't do the lab records.
Yes. Okay.
Any day practical learning.
Yes. The next one, too many WhatsApp circulars and announcements.
Change actually.
Change.
WhatsApp circulars means?
Like the thing have came for the mail will be again sent to the WhatsApp and this.
No, that is pass because many times you kids don't even see your mails. Even WhatsApps you don't see sometimes. Especially academic WhatsApps, you know how much you see it.
Yes, this we'll accept now from our side. Then the next, gap between strict faculty and friendly faculty.
There should not be this strict faculty. It should be more a friendly faculty.
Yes. That's it, ma'am, for this game.
I'm getting scared of your questions here.
Ma'am, and I will guarantee you this is just between us.
Done.
That's it. Guys, we'll continue the questions. Next, who is up for it?
I'm Epithys Mohan. Basically, I'm from Tirupati. So, my question is, what was the atmosphere at home when Rangarajan sir decided to build this institution? అంటే నేను బిలింగ్ వర్క్ అయితే మేడం శకుంతల మేడం చాలా వరకు క్రూషల్ రోల్ ప్లే చేశారని విన్నాను. సో ఫస్ట్ ఫ్యామిలీ రియాక్షన్ ఏంటి అండ్ మేడం రియాక్షన్ ఏంటి?
Madam reaction was like, of course, she supported the cause, but when it initially started, the educational institutions are, I don't know whether you kids are aware, they're trusts. You want an honest answer? I'll tell you honest.
Yes.
Okay. So educational institutions are a charitable trust. Whoever sets up, it's not just us, anybody who sets up. So it's a large amount of giveaway here. In the sense, whatever land is here, it belongs to the trust. There are limitations. You just can't sell or it's not a commercial venture. It's not like you have this any other hotels or anything else. This is a very noble cause and it is a public charitable trust. So if you say any normal family will react a little difficult because it's a very big sacrifice from the family part to do, to just give away like that. But of course, because it was towards education, madam, she of course went into the flow and she is a foundation pillar because she is a very, very organized person. She is a very professional, she values professional. అంటే లీడర్ అంటే ఏం చేయాలి, ఒక్కొక్క డెసిగ్నేషన్కి ఏం చేయాలి, వాళ్ళ వర్క్ వాళ్ళు చేయాలి, వాళ్ళు ఎందుకు ఉంటారు, వాళ్ళు దానికి చేయాలి అనే ఒక వాల్యూ సిస్టమ్ దట్ షీ టోటలీ అడ్వకేటెడ్ దట్ వాల్యూ సిస్టమ్. బట్ అట్ ద సేమ్ టైమ్ షీ వాజ్ అ వెరీ వెరీ simple person, very down to earth person. It was very easy for people to approach her actually. Yeah.
Okay, guys. Next to Josha Pit. Come on, next question.
Hi ma'am, I'm Vaishnavi. Being in the public eye, I'm sure you hear a lot of things about yourself in the university. What is that one rumor that really made you laugh?
Nothing. Unless you create one, don't create one, please.
No, ma'am. Maybe after you being exposed with this show, maybe you will get to heard.
I am a person who's not much wanting to be heard actually.
That's what surprised her by seeing you here, ma'am, today.
Next to, I'm forced to be here today.
Ma'am, this should be just between us, ma'am. Next question.
I should say honestly, I'm enjoying this also.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Hello, Mark. This is Shravati. Ma'am, how important do you think CGPA is in a student's career?
Actually, very important. It's not what I think. It is what universities abroad, when they have those selection criterias, because I as a mother very particular that my kids should get a foreign education, get that exposure, work somewhere, and come back with that work experience. So when we apply for universities, it makes a lot of difference. It is like that, so we have to accept it like that.
Yes, ma'am. Yes. Okay, guys. Next question.
Hi, ma'am. I'm Manasvi. Who was earlier? Manasvi. Who was Rangarajan sir and Sarmadharan ma'am before melting?
They were very dedicated, hardcore industrial family. They were good industrialists. And that's it.
Yes. Next question.
Hi, ma'am. Fatima here. A hypothetical question, ma'am. Suppose நீங்கள் வந்து வேட்டைக்கில் வந்து படிக்க வரீங்க ஒரு ஸ்டூடெண்ட் பர்சன் ஆஃப் யுவர் செல்ஃப் எந்த ரூலுக்கு அகெயின்ஸ்ட் நீங்கள் வாய்ஸ் எழுப்புவீங்க மேம்?
Chacho.
Now you are on a hot seat, ma'am.
Actually speaking, that one thing would be so much of examinations. But I don't think there is any much scope which we have in that, in correcting it. Because our current education system itself is like so much of, we are not moved towards open book exams and, gaining knowledge in just open forum. Because the current examination systems, you people come with more knowledge before you enter the classroom itself. Because everything already Google Mummy has taught you. Yes. So, that I wish was more easier. Because exams and mug pot. Okay, now here I'll tell you some reality. I was a mug pot in school. You know what's a mug pot?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the Telugu version of mug pot?
Batti kottana. Yes.
I knew my textbook with page numbers. If you tell me 99 page number what, I can vomit. It was that amount. But after doing all that, what use it is if you ask me, I didn't find anything much use. But being in the academic line, we cannot openly tell this, because end of the day it's your career at stake, and those higher education institutions or placement companies which are where, or you're setting up, okay, maybe you're setting up your own business is a slightly different thing, but the other two, if you're going into those verticals, they look at marks. As of now, we do what we have to do, but yeah, if I wish at least it changes the system before my grandchildren come.
Yes. Next question.
Hi, ma'am. I'm Dashan. First of all, if we start talking about our institute, first thing that we get in the mind was Rangarajan ji, who has been an exceptional visionary leader. He has been an inspiration for all of us. He's a great personality. As you were a daughter of that great personality, what's the one thing that you had observed him, or the one habit that you have, which all the students need to enact?
I would again say simplicity, because that's something which really I enjoyed seeing in him. And I feel you're all in life going to do super well. You're going to go in whatever phase of your life. Say you're going into a corporate company and you reach, the vice president post, or you reach the chairman post. How you treat your co-employees or your subordinates, or you start off a firm yourself, and you're going to employ large number of people. A very big, you have an employee. How you treat them, and how you respect, each other's space. So I feel simplicity is one very strong thing. And of course, along with that, his that fearlessness. Very, very fearless man. I really should admit that. Very fearless. Maybe I'm not close to that. That was true. I have not taken so much. But the simplicity part, I think
Yes. Yes. Next question, guys.
Hi ma'am, this is Yashashwini. Ma'am, after stepping into leadership, what Rangarajan sir thought of you as a dad and as a victory person? What's his reaction?
I was literally, from the age of, I think, 6th standard, groomed for taking care of the business. That time we didn't have college, but whatever, that time there was a, fax machine at home. So in the fax machine, sending fax for my dad, taking Xerox of his office work. Somehow, I don't know, from the beginning, I was kind of, Bharuddesa Namidesi. So I had to. So he knew that he's going to take me through the office line. Even when I wanted to go, do my abroad studies, very carefully they send me to a country from where I have to come back, They send me to UK. You don't get much job prospects there. So I had to come back. But of course, even I knew. And I personally had one feeling. We had just 3 girls at home. And those were the times, I'm sure the time has changed now, that kodukule inklo, guturle, evaru chuskuntaru. And that is a trigger for me. Em kutulu chuskora? So I wanted to stand for my parents. So even I wanted to be here. My dad also wanted me here. From the beginning, he used to call me chairperson when I just passed out of 12th standard.
Yes, ma'am. Today he presented so many girls thought here. Adi our generation kaadu ma'am. A generation
maname tappu.
Yes. Okay, guys. Next question.
Hello, ma'am. This is George. I want to ask you, is freedom of speech 100% safe inside the campus?
Depends on where you're talking at. What kind of freedom of speech?
If we come a little late to the class, suppose a faculty takes our ID card and says we want to write the letters and everything, then we will get the ID card.
You think in a different way. That faculty is dealing with 60 such students, correct? And so many such classes. Something they should have, to say there is you always put yourself, I'm not talking about this situation, any situation, you put yourself in the other person's shoes. The faculty, imagine, all his life, he has to keep seeing different batches of students, different kind of latecomers. You yourself, all of you know how on time they are to classes. So, such things I think Wherever possible, you people also should come forward and accommodate. Unless it is a real critical issue where yes, there is freedom of speech, then yes, freedom of speech is important. Yes.
This is partially supporting to us, guys. You should appreciate this also. The next question.
மேம் நீங்கள யாருக்கு சொல்லாத ஒரு சீக்ரெட்டான ஹேபிட் எங்கிட்ட ஷேர் பண்ண முடியுமா? லைக் ఎలాంటి అది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ సీక్రెట్ హ్యాబిట్.
Empa, secret in Sonapra, share to us.
Then we will eliminate secret word, ma'am.
I really don't have any secret habit.
ఏమైనా దానివల్ల మాకు యూస్ఫుల్గా ఉండేది అలా
యూస్ఫుల్ గా ఉండే సీక్రెట్ హ్యాబిట్
మాకు యూస్ఫుల్ లేకపోయినా పర్లేదు మేము ఆ ప్రోమోలో వేసుకొని ఒక కంటెంట్.
Secret habit you have not told anybody.
yes,
So first time no ma'am, you can give that premium to us.
I am like one textbook. I am a where I can keep secret habit. Well, I don't think I will. Okay, so it's interesting question. I think I'll create something and come back to you. I'll tell you.
Yes ma'am. Next question.
Ma'am, if student graduates without placements, వాళ్ళని మేనేజ్మెంట్ అలానే వదిలేస్తుందా? లైక్ గ్రాడ్యుయేట్స్ వితౌట్ ప్లేస్మెంట్స్ వాళ్ళని మేనేజ్మెంట్ అలంగా వదిలేస్తుందా లేకపోతే వేరే ఆల్టర్నేట్ కెరియర్ పాత్ ఏదైనా చూపిస్తుందా?
Okay, very good question. Take this to your current final years who are torturing me, and also to the third years, keep this in mind. Okay, our understanding. Okay, you have to get a job or you have to go higher education. You're very happy if you're able to set a industry. But the current scenario which we are seeing is, when we conduct placement, large number of companies come. Sometimes we find student absenteeism. And when I see that, no, I eat your dean's heads. You can go ask them. Because why are they absent? Why don't they come? At least they can come as an exposure. Even if you don't want that job, okay, later you don't want, you have some higher education idea. What is wrong? You can always add in your resume, you got a job from this company. Getting a job is a large amount of confidence building. That absenteeism is happening. Fine. That we are dealing in one sec. The other side, I don't know whether, are you all aware of NIRF? Just NIRF, the ranked institution. So as an institution, the NIRF parameter gives a lot of value for graduate outcome. So graduate outcome is what? Not only a student who passes out, then next year, I'm teaching you too many things, I think. But it's good for all of you to know how important your placement is to the institution. Even up to the next year, that is after you graduate. Say you graduate in May, June, okay? Up to the next year, even if you get placed, say you don't get placed by graduating. After that, even if you get placed, that institution gets a good score, a better score in NIRF. So we, at least as an institution, what we do, we really look for those students who have not got placed within that, within your graduation, and we continuously follow them. Your placement dean continuously sends them the links and the informations. Well, because companies like TCS, CTS, they also take those who are passed out. The immediate passed out they take. We continuously follow and we give such targets to your placement dean, your school dean, to work together and ensure. Because institution responsibility as much as possible is to first give you a good career. We give you good entertainment in Lavazza. That is important. No, I'm not going to tell you that's not important. We give you good food in hostel. We give you the secure campus. Many things are the institutions. We give you good infrastructure. All that. But the most important, I will say, is to give you a career path. I'll come back to what my mom told. Oka chetlo degree, oka chetlo udyogam. Right? Yes. That you should have. And if any student from any institution, forget Vel Tech, if sitting at home after studying 4 years without a career path, it's quite frustrating actually. But a parent voice.
యాక్చువల్లీ ఒక స్పెషల్ క్వశ్చన్ ఉంది లైక్ ఇన్ విసై 2K26 ఆ రోజు సార్ దెన్ మ్యామ్ది ఏవి ప్లే అయినప్పుడు మీ కథలో నేను చూశాను నేను ఆ రోజు పర్సనల్గా మీ వాల్యూస్ అన్నీ మీ మదర్ నుంచి వచ్చాయని చెప్తున్నాను లైక్ ఆ మూమెంట్ని మీరు ఏమని చెప్పగలుగుతా దాన్ని
I wish I could hear her voice that day. I wish I could actually hear her voice in person. That's what moved me. I heard it on a AV. అలా అయినాల్సిన అవసరం మన ఎవరికి ఉండకూడదు. We should be able to hear our, the biggest happiness to a parent, to all of you're all Gen Z. What's Gen? This calculation also, I don't know. What are you? Gen Z. Okay. The biggest happiness to a parent is listening to your voice. So wherever you go on in your, life future takes, listen to their voice. Actually, that in a reverse way becomes a memory. I really wished at that moment I could actually listen to her voice and not listen like this.
Yes, ma'am. So, yes, guys, next question.
Ma'am, most of us imagine a career but end up in different path. Did you always imagine leadership or something different?
Always leadership. I got in Anna University computer science engineering. High demand, more demand that time computer science. But you know what I did? I changed myself to industrial engineering. I fought at home. At least for that day I accepted that amount of fighting. Because I always wanted to do something in management. And industrial engineering, because my dad again, boundaries is we had to do engineering. That you know how it is for. So in that at least they permitted me to do industrial engineering. So always I wanted to do something regarding management, leadership, yeah.
Yes, then ma'am was always meant to be a leader has. So next question.
ఇంజనీరింగ్ ప్లేస్మెంట్స్ గురించి ఫస్ట్ ఇయర్స్కి దేని ఒక డార్క్ ట్రూత్ ఏంటి మ్యామ్?
ఇంజనీరింగ్ మీరు చదివితే మీకు ఉద్యోగం వస్తుందిరా. ప్లేస్మెంట్ క్లాసెస్ we keep with great difficulty we are pulling students. I have one question back. Yes, what do you really do in the hostels actually? Difficult question out of fortune?
No, ma'am.
During class times.
We are
After that, I know you have such a fast net. You watch Netflix, Amazon, permit it. Even I go home and do that. That's okay. But during class hours, why do you sleep in the hostel? Don't tell me you don't have class at time. Because whenever I go for any kind of, rounds to the hostel, so big as he's sleeping.
Everybody in the first year, they'll think I will get 40 LP.
You please, all of you first ensure you're all going into classes during class timing. Take the maximum advantage. You have paid the fees. For what? To sit here and learn. Okay, you feel you know more than that. Maybe you all feel you know more than that. But still no harm, no? We have paid the fee. అక్కడ టీచర్ చెప్పించడానికి వస్తున్నారు కదా. Take the maximum use of all the benefits of the institution, which at some point will definitely add. Otherwise, this kind of a structure our country itself wouldn't have designed. That you have to do, course like this, study like this. Yes. So what is the question?
Everybody in the first year, they think I will get 40 LPA, 50 MPA. But when they are getting into the final year, they will realize what the real...
Actually, you can get 40 LP, you can get 50 LP, even 1 crore you can get. You are your master in that. We have seen in our placement, because all this is because of what interaction I have with the deep placement with your Vijayaraman. I hope you know it.
Yes, ma'am.
There are specific training programs. There are training classes where you study that subject. You can crack that 40, 50 likes, anyone among you. But you have to put yourself there. Somehow from first year to second year, little you change. From second to third, you want to change more. Don't change that change of yourself. From the first to the fourth year to your final year, have that career focus in you. Then that one, which year you are? Which year are you in? Third year. Any first year here? And now, you have in your mind that you are going to get that 1 crore package. You work from first year, you will definitely get. And third year is not too late, at least for a 50 lakhs package. target, you'll get it.
Come on, guys. Man gave us so many dark truths which will, I think, offended. Ma'am told the transition changed and everything. But no problem, guys. We will work out on it. Come on, guys. Next question.
మ్యామ్ క్యాంపస్లో కంటిన్యూస్గా కన్స్ట్రక్షన్స్ జరుగుతున్నాయి కదా, దాని వెనక మీ విజన్ ఏంటి తీసుకొచ్చాం?
Yeah. First, before that, I'll answer one thing. We are NAC A double plus. Just, we are the highest NAC accredited. Whatever is the ranking required, the highest in the country. We are just among 3% of the institutions which have got this highest ranking. Okay. NIIF, we are sufficiently placed, genuinely placed. From there we go up, we'll all work together. A lot of work from your side actually, we'll go up. But why this is happening is, we want to give you more of advancement of technology. Institution money should go for the institution. That is the first policy we have here. Our budgeting system is so open. We sit together, your vice chancellor, your pro vice chancellor, all your deans, they put up the budgets. The finance officer sees this very critically, because we have a policy, institution money should go back to the institution. So one, we are thinking of more advancement of technology. The computing block, we are trying to build the best of the labs inside. Then we are trying to bring you the best of infrastructure, the classroom ambience. So that's happening. Of course, we also want to give that outlook, which we feel we are a little missing on. Because always we are for what's happening inside the classroom. So infra-wise, we thought even we'll do up, the buildings. So some amount of elevation works are also going on. Hostels, we genuinely feel, because we have started in 1997. So some of the hostels require maintenance. So we are literally, other than the slabs, we have literally broken the floor fully inside, and we have renovated the rooms. But no appreciation here from your students. Not they're not glad.
Not here.
We have renovated the hostels at such high cost, but of course we have to do it, so we did it. I'm just joking, not that we require kids' appreciation there, but we are trying to, change that, because that is the requirement. So as fast as possible, we want to get the best facilities to you. So that is the reason.
Yes. Okay. Can we go to the next question?
Ma'am, in 2026, knowledge matters more than attire now. How do you balance both?
How do you know knowledge matters more than attire?
Ma'am, when we move into the life, ma'am.
Some basic attire. Attire means dress code, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Some basic. When you go for a company, some basic attire should be there. Attire only is missing nowadays.
Yes, ma'am. How do you balance both the discipline and personal expression?
Both, to certain extent, go hand in hand. Some work discipline should be there. Some life discipline also should be there. Of course, knowledge is the driving factor, but knowledge with a total, like you do have work hours. And you are responsible. If any institution you're going, or wherever you're going, someone is going to pay you salary. Aren't you answerable to that? So when you're answerable to that, for the money, whether anybody is checking or not, you are answerable for what you're getting, right? To your conscience at least. So for that, discipline, all goes hand in hand.
Yes. Okay, guys. Next question.
Ma'am, what's one promise you can make today to reduce the gap between us?
We are expecting something crazy, ma'am.
Maybe. I don't know how far it's maybe, but if it really could be done, we'll benefit both ways in that. Regarding the hostels, I'll come back to that. Actually, we had asked the deans also, we had actually circulated this also, for getting student volunteers in the hostel, kind of a food committee or some student committee from the hostel. Maybe a couple of you can come as some kind of a student committee in the hostel, And if you could, it should be at a one-on-one level. Like, we solve the issues together. If there is some kind of a thing you can come up like that with, genuine issues, there you should be like management. You should be fair to the larger lot of students. What I meant is, yes, you will be representing a larger lot of students, right? So if genuinely, if we can, sit together, you students with your dean, and if you really want us also to be a part of it, yes, we can work on that.
Yes. That's very big initiative, ma'am.
End of the day, it should do something good to your life. That is all is important here.
So guys, next question.
Ma'am, if success had an workout plan, what would be the top 3 exercises?
మ్యామ్ మా వాళ్ళు అయితే ఈ క్వశ్చన్ మాత్రం మీరు జిమ్కి వెళ్తున్నారని ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ వచ్చిన వెంటనే కనుక్కున్నారు మ్యామ్.
Agreed. Workout plan. You want my workout plan or success plan? Okay. Success. Organize yourself in a very peaceful way. I will say peace. Have realistic goals. Do not be greedy. Do not be greedy. Okay. And work with dedication, because someone out there is paying your salary. So you are answerable to whatever, wherever you are. No, I'm answerable to EdTech. Right? Because my parents have given their life for this. So I'm answerable. So I have a role to play. Like each one of you have a role to play. So that, don't be greedy and find peace. For me, peace is very important. Okay.
Yes. Come on guys, tools out for the next.
మ్యామ్ మీరున్న ఈ లైఫ్ స్టేజ్లో ఏది ఎక్కువ ఇంపార్టెంట్ అంటారు, పర్సనల్ లైఫ్ ఆర్ ప్రొఫెషనల్ లైఫ్?
Both should never be traded. Personal life is very important. Professional life is equally important. But one rule, because when you have same family in the house working in an organization, I am now trying to set one rule between my daughter and me, that at home we don't talk office matters. Because if say the two people have got different opinions, then we'll go to discussion more. At home I said, I just want to be a mother. I want to be a mom. We both will sit together. We'll watch in Netflix, Bridgerton series.
Yes. Okay. Next question.
Ma'am, when we look back at Rangarajan sir's journey from professor to founder person, which quality defined him the most?
పట్టుదల, చాలా పట్టుదల ఆయనకి. Oh my. That firmness in him. He's 87 and every second day he will threaten me when you're starting medical college. For him, he is an example for age is just a number.
Ma'am, before going to the next question, ఒక చిన్న game, ఇంకొక game. This will be like this or that, which you will support. So, the first one is morning campus or night campus?
Morning campus. Your parents will kill me if I say night campus.
The next one, library crowd or canteen crowd?
Canteen group.
Yes. Vibe as vibe say bye. Next, cultural club or tech club?
Actually, both.
Okay, ma'am. We'll give for this to ma'am. Okay, we will leave this. Next.
I know it's very easy for me to answer cultural club. Hey, end of the day, you are here to learn technology. So I can't do injustice to you.
Yes, sir. So, the fourth one, strict faculty or friendly faculty?
A friendly faculty who doesn't compromise in academics because of his friendship.
Yes. Come on. Next. ఇది చాలా జోష్ వన్ మ్యామ్. టాపర్ రో ఆర్ లాస్ట్ బెంచ్ రో?
Why topper should not be the last bench?
Mostly they won't be, ma'am. Because last benches won't listen anything. So they'll sit at the last. The toppers have always sat. topper row. Okay. Hostel life or day scholar life?
Hostel life. Yes. That's any day hostel life. Yes. That memory is a very big memory you carry home.
Offline classes or online classes?
Offline? Offline or?
Online.
Offline, offline.
Online.
Online, there is no class itself. What online class?
ఆన్లైన్ అయితే మా స్టూడెంట్స్ కి చాలా ఫ్లెక్సిబిలిటీ ఉంటుంది.
మాకు ఉంటుంది ఆన్లైన్ పీటీలో ఎలా మ్యూట్ చేసుకుని టీవీ చూస్తారని. All that online, unless somebody is really monitoring. Like I think now companies have come for how your mouse is moving and all. And దానికి ఒక సాఫ్ట్వేర్ వచ్చేస్తుంది అనుకో. But yeah, this stage offline.
అలాంటివి ఉంటే మీకు వచ్చారు కదా. నెక్స్ట్ ఇంటర్నల్ ఎగ్జామ్స్ అలా అసైన్మెంట్స్.
Actually, assignments is good. But if you do it genuinely.
కానీ అది కుదరదు కదా.
దానివల్ల ఎగ్జామ్ పేమెంట్.
ఎగ్జామ్స్ ఓకే. డిసిప్లిన్ ఫస్ట్ ఆర్ ఫ్రీడమ్ ఫస్ట్?
Responsible freedom. Yes. Can't tell me what is the meaning of freedom. My freedom ends where the other person knows begins. Yes. You do something, okay, in my freedom. You do an activity. But if you are disturbing the other person, then it becomes nuisance.
Yes. Oh, yes. Next. Skills or CGPA?
Skills.
Skills. How up? Okay, ma'am. We'll go for the next question. We'll continue it. Come on. Something Josh up, guys. Come on. Go for questions, guys.
మ్యామ్ మీ పేరెంట్స్ లెగసీని అండ్ డెఫినెట్లీ ప్రెజర్ ఉంటుంది ఇప్పుడు దాన్ని ఇప్పుడు ఎలా హ్యాండిల్ చేస్తారు?
నా ప్రెజరే లేదు. Pressure is when you are doing something which you don't want to do or which you feel out for first parents' legacy. So I will do. That's all. I have to do. I need to. And I told I am at peace with life. So I don't take this as a pressured, environment. I don't. Definitely I don't.
Yes. Next question.
Ma'am, what disappoints you the most about today's generation?
Honest answer?
Yes, honest.
Anyone who takes drugs. It kills my heart. It kills my heart. Any student in any institution of anywhere. Yes. Drinking anywhere, you people have said social drinking. Then go term it said. So you have shut all parents' mouth to that term. Okay, as far as I don't know, as a parent, I am against it. But okay, but if you are doing, at least don't destroy your health. But drugs is real damaging. You people have so much of life in front of you. There are so many nice ways of enjoying life. Do that. Enjoy. I am a person who advocates to enjoy. I always say in Lavas also, enjoy. But drug is something which is damaging you. So I just can't accept it itself.
Yes. Next question.
Ma'am, students have mixed opinions about the dress code. What is your honest opinion on it?
Do you have a dress code? That's my honest opinion. Yes. I don't think you have. Your dress code rules are quite liberal, I thought, no? Quite liberal, no? Yes?
No.
No. There's something you tell which is, T-shirts are not allowed. A little louder, I can't.
Collarless shirts or t-shirts.
No collarless T-shirt. Shirt you get. There is T-shirt వేసుకోవచ్చు but collar కూడా అలా. And the collar తీసేస్తే I want to get it. I don't think it's such a serious thing. As far as we know, it's quite liberal, the dress code. You still feel something like T-shirt, collar is the issue. I think we can.
Collar, even collar unna kani it won't allowed, ma'am.
T-shirt is not allowed.
T-shirts not allowed, joggers not allowed.
What's that?
Joggers. With multiple pockets.
Yes. Class. Scale.
Okay. So we'll pass my two who wanna ask the question next.
Ma'am, sometimes students protest regarding hostel or management issues.
How do you handle those situations? First, I will not call it a protest itself. Some honest feeling. So I try to listen to the truth, and it is a responsibility on everybody, including the students, to solve if there is an issue. So if you have to hear, and if there is a truth through it, we just have to hear and solve it.
Yes. Okay, guys. Next. Ma'am, as you know, success is like training in gym. ரொம்ப கன்சிஸ்டண்டாக இருக்கணும் ரொம்ப பேஷண்டாக இருக்கணும் அப்போதான்
Somebody has told you about my gym life too much.
మ్యామ్ మా స్క్రిప్ట్ రైటర్స్ అందరూ చాలా కష్టపడి మీకోసం చాలా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ తీసుకొచ్చి చాలా ఫిల్టర్ చేసి రాశారు మ్యామ్ మీ జిమ్ గురించి ஸோ ரொம்ப கன்சிஸ்டன்ட் அண்ட் ரொம்ப பேஷண்ட்டாக இருக்கணும் நீங்கள் கன்சிஸ்டன்ட் அண்ட் பேஷண்ட்டாக இருக்க என்ன மேம் பண்ணுவீங்க?
Maybe I'll just made like that. I'm an extremely patient soul actually. Maybe God has made my wiring like that. I don't take any special efforts on it. But if I lose it, I lose it. Till that then, my patient, you should ask my daughter how patient I will learn.
Okay. Next question.
Ma'am, since you are so much dedicated towards the institution, how do you categorize the time for personal life and professional life?
Any institution should be on auto mode. Institutions are for hundreds of years. Okay? Who's sitting in this chair will change. Who's sitting there also will change. But institution has to go for hundreds of years. So first, what I've tried my best is to put it on auto propel mode. Okay? With a things are just regular. Things happen regularly. The review mechanism is also regular. As much as possible, we have done that. So I try my best to keep my work life between maybe 9 o'clock in the morning till about 4:35. They should not be they should never be. Can I be a little more honest in the term? I guess in Tamil there's a word. Telugu I don't know. Prasava vali they will say pregnancy pain. Yes. We are not running a medical. We're not in a hospital where only that is an emergency situation. Otherwise, institutions should be planned in such a way so well that they run by themselves. But I have a role to play in that. I should play my role. Each one has a role. So by 4:30, mostly my official life is done. So after that, I have my personal space.
Yes. Don't ask who wanna do that. Okay, guys. Next question.
మ్యామ్ హాస్టల్స్లో స్టూడెంట్స్ అందరూ ఫుడ్ తింటారు, చాలా ఫుడ్ మిగిలిపోతుంది కదా, ఆ ఫుడ్ని ఏం చేస్తారు?
Very, very relevant question. You should tell us that. What do you want us to do with that food? See, one thing I tell you about kids of this generation, your awareness level is very good. Even for a social cause, you feel like your heart goes out. You're not like us. I mean, many in our generation used to never bother this side, that side. But your generation is not. That's very nice. But then you should think of that. That is why we try to ask you the attendance itself. Now attendance is, to at least prepare food as required. So that there's no wastage. Food wastage is very, very bad for the person who's wasting the food also. That is a very sad thing to happen. Go back. How many of you are hostlers in this? Good. Take back the awareness. This is the first step. You ask, how do we bridge the gap? First you bridge this. Don't waste food. It's really not. Take whatever you want. Especially this biryani day. You people want more chicken pieces, I think. So with that you take rice. Actually, if you ask more chicken pieces, it will take directly instead. Who's not giving you chicken pieces? Tell me. Seriously, which hostel you are? The person who's serving is not giving you chicken. We will even tell them. Because I think we already told them, but again we'll carry it back. Now that you've given this feedback, that give them more of chicken. How much? But again there, tell us a quantity. You want 150, I don't know what's calculation, 150 grams. And chicken. How much can a person eat chicken to? a boy. 200 తింటే కడుపు నిండి ఉంటుందే? Because you are of an age of growing. You have to eat well. You lose weight, exercise, that's a different thing. But you are children who are in the growing age. Bindas, eat freely. But that doesn't mean waste. Our first problem you solve. Now you said 200 grams. We'll fix, say 200 grams. Based on your attendance, we'll make so much. We'll tell the hostel to serve you 200 grams of chicken. Take rice, how much you can eat. First step, let us stop the biryani day wastage. You know, sometimes the wastage, I'm actually very happy with this question. మీకు అంత ఫీలింగ్ ఉంటే దాన్ని కరెక్ట్ చేసి మాకు హెల్ప్ చేయండి. ఎస్ ఎస్
V3 మ్యామ్.
V3 వస్తాం. నీ వేస్టేజ్ మొదలు నీకే చెక్ చేస్తారు.
Okay, next question.
Ma'am, what is the one rule that you think student misunderstands the most?
Curfew timing of the hostel. I mean, your hostel closed that outing coming back time. ఏమంటారు టైం? వస్తారా 9:30కి మీరు? అబ్బో, గర్ల్స్ కౌటింగే ఉండరు. I have the biometric of those students who are coming after 9:30, 10. Actually, you are the only way we can think of you is because we have kids of that age. Is the anxiety we face is what is happening to you when you're not there in the hostel. As a parent, when I have kids of your age group. So when you're late after 10 o'clock, ఎక్కడున్నారు, ఏం చేస్తున్నారు, మీరు సేఫ్గా ఉన్నారా, బయట ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్ ఎలా ఉంది, ఆల్ ఆఫ్ యూ ఆర్ అవేర్. సో వెదర్ ఇస్ అ బాయ్ ఆర్ అ గర్ల్, సేఫ్గా ఉన్నారా? That stress is a very big stress. Parents can't take that stress for their 2 kids. We have to take that stress. Sometimes 150 of you are out. You at least you should inform and go. If you really have something genuine for which you have to go, just take that out pass and go. Your parent is informed, a dean is informed, or your hostel, your warden is informed. At least we are at peace. Only thing why means in case of an emergency, we want to reach out to you in a second. For that, we should know you are there, no? Yes. But many students take it like, okay, increase out in increase చేస్తారు. 9:30 night is quite endpoint timing for your age. So again, point 2. You asked very difficult question for yourself. First is food wastage. You don't know how you should connect. You only ask, no? Food wastage. Second, those friends of yours who want to go after 9:30, ask them to inform. Take an out parcel home. We understand, in a volume of some 12,000 students, maybe some 100 people really have some requirement to go out. Even if it's the worst case, you're going for a night show movie of your favorite hero which released. Inform and go. So we know, no, you are this particular theatre. ఇంట్లో సినిమాకి వెళ్ళరా నైట్ షో వెళ్తారు కదా, ఇక్కడ మీకు వెళ్ళాలని ఒక రోజు వచ్చింది, ఇన్ఫార్మ్ అండ్ గో. నౌ డోంట్ టేక్ బ్యాక్ అండ్ 600 hours you don't go for a movie now. But just keep the authorities informed. We want to know where our kids are. Yes. So that hostel outing timing is one more thing which you should carry back to your friends also. That this is the reason, this is the anxiety behind, keeping that kind of a timing itself. Yes.
Ma'am, one more thing, ma'am. As a girl, I really felt that ఇంట్లో అబ్బాయి లేకపోతే అమ్మాయి ఏం చేస్తాయి అది అని. సో మీ హ్యావ్ వెరీ బిగ్ డ్రీమ్స్. ఒకరోజు అలా చైర్లో వచ్చి నేను కూడా గెస్ట్లా ఉండాలని.
ఇప్పుడే నువ్వు గెస్ట్ లాగా ఉన్నావు, ఒకరోజు ఎందుకు?
ఫ్యూచర్
ఇప్పుడే. ఆల్వేస్ యు ఆర్ స్పెషల్. ఎప్పుడు అవ్వాలని కాదు, ఎవ్రీ మూమెంట్ వీఆర్ అలైవ్, వీఆర్ బ్రీదింగ్, వీఆర్ స్పెషల్. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పు.
So what is a one piece of advice you give to the little girl who have big dreams to achieve?
Just pursue your dreams. Don't bother what others think. What for us? Yes. Just pursue your dreams. Be very mentally strong. There will be crushing moments in life for everybody. For everybody. I have also passed through that phase. Every one of us, some time in life it will come. Don't give up on life. Don't ever give up on life. The darkest hour is before dawn. You know that meaning? The darkest hour is before dawn. అంటే కటిక చీకటి ఎప్పుడు వస్తుందంటే the darkness in the night. You know? Can somebody tell that for me in Telugu? Undu Tamil?
సూర్య ఉదయత్తుకు మున్నాలి.
Yes. So there is. And I have myself experienced that in life. See, the more it gets sad, the more it gets depressing, the more it gets frustrating. That means you are closer to that dawn. Wait for that moment. Don't lose hope.
Yes. Next question.
Ma'am, how do you describe the current Gen Z students in just 3 words?
You are very tech savvy. Brilliant. Really. AI in Japan, the chat GPT. I don't know. I think one of you should teach me. In that way, you are very, very tech savvy. Then like you're very honest beings, I feel. Honest to yourself. Many answers, if my parents had asked me, I wouldn't have that much, whatever, maybe my ego, we didn't have the guts to answer like that. But now, I get very honest replies from my daughters. At that moment, it may be a little hurting. But honesty helps. Yes. And you are socially conscious. See, you are thinking of food wastage. You don't have the mechanism of solving it, but you are socially conscious. Yes.
Next question.
மேம் ஒரு 3 ரீசன் சொல்லுங்க மேம். ஏன் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் வெல் டெக் யூனிவர்சிட்டியில் ஜாயின் பண்ணணும்?
I'm not a very good marketing person to talk marketing language. I talk very like that just what I feel. My marketing guys are going to hit me for this though. But of course, the first thing is, I take back that because we never do marketing. You will never see a single ad of Vel Tech in the newspapers. People have asked and they have left that question for me because I don't like doing that. Single reason for joining Vel Tech should be that you can build your career here. You can live your 4 years of your career, or if it's a law student, 5 years or whatever. You can live in a very peaceful atmosphere of equality. We have all forms of equality here. And you will learn the latest in technology. That should be the reasons.
Yes, ma'am. Next question.
What kind of a parent are you? A strict one or a friendly one?
Very friendly. Or friendly. No, I have this one thing. And not that it's very accepted at home by other members of the family. But I feel there should be no barrier in talk between a parent and a child. My child, in a troubled moment, I should be her first friend. They should have that freedom to come and talk to me. If at that moment she or he has to get crushed and look for an outside source to tell, because at home, mummy won't accept or daddy won't accept, if that kind of parenting happens, I feel it's very difficult to survive. So I think the freedom to talk, to express your views, whether you like or not like is a different thing, but at least that freedom should be there. So as a parent, I want to spend maximum time with my children and, have a lot of outing time with them, take a lot of their time.
Yes, ma'am. I think all of the students are done with your questions. Am I right? Or anyone is still left with? So, ma'am, last year students kokka message మీ దగ్గర నుంచి.
Smile. Yes. Keep that smile always on your face.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, Ma'am, as a small token of admiration and respect, we have Pratik, who bought you a small present.
Why for me? Yes, ma'am.
I am absolutely harmless with a pun. Thank you. What is this? You open it for me.
Ma'am, can you please open it? Do you want me to open? Yes.
Can you help me to open it? Yes.
Take this.
Nice. I'm looking nice. Thank you. Very sweet of you. Thank you. Thank you.
Ma'am, thank you so much for being here with us today, being open with us, and being so fair.
Always with you. Where am I going?
I mean, we first time experiencing this version of CMT, ma'am. So we are looking forward to
this version of
yes, ma'am. More to see at Lavasa, ma'am.
Remember, I am a mother at the end, so I am responsible for all of you. And imagine how many children I have. Oh my God.
Your presence is so special for us today. Here,
Thank you, dear. Thank you. Thank you, Oli.
That's it for today's episode. We'll see you again. Signing off.